let's just say by the time that the sessions was over, I realized that, I do want to get married again. You know, she made me realize a lot of things as far as like opening my eyes to some things that I didn't really think about. Because I wanted to find out, like, am I really the problem? Am I really the real issue? And I come to find out some real truth about myself that I did not want to know.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really...
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another video. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today, guys. If you have not subscribed to the Cryer family, you already know what to do. Turn that bell on so you subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff, guys. So anyway, you guys see the title of this video. In this video right here, I'm actually gonna come clean about a few things because I know like people asked some questions that they were asking me a couple weeks ago, because people wanted to know what the shirt and the tie was in those videos. And I told you guys that one day when I feel comfortable talking about the shirt and tie, and while I was dressing up the way that I was dressing up, that when I got comfortable to talk about it, I would talk about it. And the reason why I never really addressed anything during those videos, because when I put a video up prior to me doing the shirt and the tie and the suit pants, of course you guys never seen the bottoms because I was like sitting down when I did the video, but I was fully dressed because you have to get dressed for the occasion. And I had started, out like a week or two earlier in the video, I said that I had wanted to like make myself a better person, especially coming into the new year. And, I had also expressed in that video that I had wanted to do things to better myself, to be a better man, a better father, and potentially one day a better husband. And when I did the video, I never spoke on the subject again because I had a couple people come in the comments that was really rude. And in the video, one of the things I had mentioned that I wanted to do and that I was actually doing was going to counseling. And I was really embarrassed about it. And when I made the video saying that I was going to go to counseling, I had been to one session at the time. I think it was like somebody said something like, counseling, nothing's going to help you, this and that. But turns out that during the course over those weeks, I decided to go ahead. I'm at the gas station buying scratch-off tickets. I'm going to the casino, and I'm doing all kind of crazy stuff that really don't make any sense. And even though that it's fun, it still didn't make any sense at the time. And so the point that I'm getting at is I decided, instead of taking that money, running to the casino, want to buy scratch-off tickets, I took some of that money and I invested in doing a one-on-one session. And I did multiple one-on-one sessions, and I found out some things about myself. That some people may have said that was true during anger, during an argument, during a heated discussion. But I found out some things about myself that was not true that those people said to me over the years out of anger. I found out what my problem was. I found out why I kept running into bad situations and why I kept on having all these bad run-ins. But before I get into all that's transpired and what's new going on in my life, I want to say my grace real quick. I have me some barbecue ribs. I made them in the oven today. I was up in the air if I was going to put them on a grill, and then I decided no, I didn't really want to be outside like that today. I just wanted to be in the house and be on some chill vibe type stuff. So I made some ribs in the oven. I actually cut the large end, which is 6 pieces. I'm probably not gonna eat all that. And of course, y'all know I'm not gonna make a meal without having my corn. I just have an addiction to corn. Some people have addiction to drugs. Some people have addiction to alcohol. Some people have an addiction to sex. One of my addictions is corn on the cob. I love corn so much. So I'm gonna say my grace before we get started, guys. Thank you for this food, Heavenly Father, I'm about to receive. Thank you for watching over me, all of my loved ones. In the name of Jesus, I ask you to continue to watch over us, strengthen us in every area of our life, Lord, especially at our weakest moments. In the name of Jesus, amen. So with the counseling thing, I actually kept it to myself. Because like I said, when I put it out there that I was going to do it, I don't know, like if people felt like I was doing it for approval or to see what people would say about it or how people would feel about it. I actually didn't do it for neither. I did it for myself. It's like late last year, I wanted to get my teeth done, and I did just that. And so I invested in myself. And so the counseling was for me to benefit me, because I wanted to find out, like, am I really the problem? Am I really the real issue? And I come to find out some real truth about myself that I did not want to know. And one of the problems that I had that caused me to be always on edge was during multiple of my sessions, I brought up the same subject a couple times, multiple times. And it all led to, I was dealing with depression about losing my oldest son. And I know I've always said in previous current videos, that you never get over losing a loved one like that. But I know that you deal with it every day in your own way. But I had no idea that I was actually dealing with depression. And another thing I found out, that I was dealing with paranoia. I can't remember the word, it was a long word. Paranoia. It was paranoia something. And how they came up with that is because they said I seem like that I'm always like on edge. Like I'm always looking around, looking at the door. And I didn't really realize that about me. It's like I'm the type of person, I guess I was told that I'm waiting for something to happen. It's like I live a life where I expect something's going to happen. And so the way it was described to me is that I'm always on edge. And so I found out that I was dealing with the depression from years ago, from when I lost Deontay. But I also found out that I was dealing with the paranoia. I don't know if the word was schizophrenia, paranoia, schizophrenia, or it was something like that. It was said multiple times. And I was like on a defensive, I'm like, I'm not paranoid. I wish somebody would run up on me. And my counselor is actually a female. And she was like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. She expressed that you seem to always be on the lookout for something to happen. Like basically, I expect something to happen. And one thing that she did address, she said that a week earlier when I was sitting in her office and we were talking, the sessions were like they supposed to be 30 minutes, but this particular session went on for like 45 minutes. And she said one thing that she noticed was that I kept looking out the window, and every once in a while I would turn around and look at the door or whatever, because there's other people in offices and cubicles outside of the room that I was in. And so every time I hear something, I would look and be not focused on what she's talking about. I'll be focused on what I'm hearing. And so that's one of the things that, I found out about. And I was a little ashamed of it at first, like, man, do I want to talk about it? Because people were like, well, he must be going to church now. He got his tie on and this and that and this. But that wasn't the case. The case was that I was dressing up for the occasion because, I wanted to, I don't know if this makes sense. I wanted to see what it felt like to really dress nice before I go find out some things about myself that I've never had no one tell me. So her expressing the fact that she felt like I was dealing with depression and I didn't even realize it was one thing. But when she had addressed to me that she felt like I was kind of like, what's the word, paranoid, that kind of got me a little bit, because my response to me being paranoid is something that I feel like that's a term that's used for a drug addict or something. Somebody that's always jumpy and stuff like that, that's fiending and stuff like that. That's how I looked at the word paranoid, but she expressed to me the terms of what paranoid really mean. Paranoid and paranoia. So that's what that was all about. And so, I had some questions of my own. I asked her that did I express narcissist behavior? And I found out that that was not true at all. She did say that with my depression and me being paranoid could trigger me to get easily upset and overreact to certain situations. And so I wanted to share that with you guys, but I'm gonna get me a bite of this food, man. So, again, I wanted to share that with you guys because some people are still commenting on the videos I did when I had the certain tie on. And I just felt like, I was kind of comfortable to talk about it. There's a lot of things I'm not really comfortable to talk about. But I think right there is something to talk about, to share, because you can be dealing with a situation and then you may not even know what you're dealing with. And I used to always be told, even by some of my family members back home in Indiana, like, cuz you went through a divorce, you lost a son, you never sought counseling for it. She said, going to see a counselor don't mean something's wrong with you. It just means that you need to talk to somebody that you can confide in. And that's something that I never really did, was like really want one-on-one with somebody on a serious note like that and confided in them about some things. I mean, I didn't spill my guts, but I did, I did go there. And it was really, really emotional for me, because somebody's telling me you need to see a counselor. I'm like, nah, you need to see a counselor. And I'm to find out that I was dealing with depression. And now that you guys have seen me dropping a lot of videos lately, and it's because of the sessions that I've took, the things that I got off my chest, the things I was able to talk about comfortably without ever knowing that it'd get through back in my face. And so lately I've been in a really, really good mood. My spirits, my self-esteem has been through the roof. And it makes me feel like I want to upload videos. It makes me feel like I want to just go crazy right now. And it don't matter what the view's looking like. It's like, I don't want to stop. I want to share my happiness. And so now, me and my counselor, we have talked about relationships. She asked me where I was in a point in my life, in like my current status. And it was almost like a Q&A. I would never come straight out and answer the question, as far as like give a direct answer. I would just say, I'm solo, I'm doing me. And so she had, she knew a little bit details about me. Again, I'm not going to share everything, but she did ask me that, had I been married before? And I did tell her I was married. She asked me that would I get married again? And I had said I would never, ever marry another female again. No one. I definitely gonna marry no man, but I would never marry nobody else again. Making a long story short. But as time went on, we was talking my counselor actually got personal with me because she wanted to disarm me. And I guess that she did her job. Her job was to listen to me and to disarm me. And how she disarmed me was giving me a piece of herself without giving me too much. She expressed to me that she had went through a divorce before. Said that when she went through her divorce, she said that she had promised herself that she would never ever get married again. And that's something that she said she lived by. She would never get married again. And right now, to this day, she's happily married. But she didn't go into like personal details about why she got divorced. Neither did I go into personal details with her about why I got divorced. But I did go into personal details with her about past relationships and stuff like that that was outside of the marriage threshold. And let's just say by the time that the sessions was over, I realized that, I do want to get married again. She made me realize a lot of things as far as like opening my eyes to some things that I didn't really think about. I realized in the next 5.5 months, I'm gonna be 54 years old. And the question is like at 54 years old, do I want to spend the rest of my life alone? Do I want to keep making videos saying I'm single? Which I don't do that now. I used to do it, but you guys don't see me doing videos saying, hey, I'm single, or titles of my videos saying I'm single, or constantly making videos saying I'm single. It's like people get it, they get it. But I realized, that time is ticking. Someone said in one of my videos, they said, you just had a baby. Why would you do this and why would you do that? Like, having a child has never stopped a person from getting married. It doesn't stop the dad or the mom from moving on with their life. They both deserve happiness at the end of the day. That don't mean because you have a child that you can't get married. It just means that you have a child. You have another child that you have to take care of. But that doesn't ever stop you from being a dad or a mom. It just means that you moved on. I know a lot of people that's married, they got outside kids that's moved on with their life and doing very well. And it's like, I went through a lot of stuff, man, over the last few years, even before I moved out here to Texas. And each situation that I went through, whether I was in a relationship or a marriage, I took something from each one of those relationships. Whether it was something that inspired me, or something that was said, or something that was, done. But I took something away from each of those relationships. And it made me look at everybody the same, to not be trusted. And I realized by me doing that, all I was really doing was just blocking my own blessing. And I didn't even realize it, that I was just like literally blocking my own blessing. The decisions that I made, thought I heard a horn, but the decisions that I made to be one of those people who decided, I don't trust nobody, I don't want to be with nobody, I want to just do me. I realized I wasn't doing nothing but hurting myself, because now I believe that there's somebody out there for everyone. I sat back for so many months, keeping myself humble, no sex involved, no nothing, because I wanted to just work on myself without all of that in the equation. When you start messing around with someone and you bring sex into the situation, what you're doing is you're starting to build chemistry. You're starting to build chemistry. And then when, you cross those lines, it's hard to go back. And then you get mad at the other person because they want more than what you really want. And it's because we bring sex into the equation when we're not ready. And I've had a lot of people say, man, you stupid, man. You've been by yourself all this time. You this, you that. you should be doing this and you should be doing that. Maybe in my 30s, maybe in my 20s. But I realized, man, it's real out here. There is nothing more important to me, man, than commitment. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a commitment. Somebody that's going to be genuine. Somebody that's going to be committed. Somebody who's done playing games. Somebody who's done like cheating and is just done with the cheating stuff. They really want to start a solid foundation and build. I felt like, you know, over the last year, I put myself in a position for someone to say, my man works every day. My husband, he works every day. He don't watch his family struggle. My husband, he gets up and he goes at it every single day. My husband, he pays bills. My husband is responsible. I'm looking for somebody that's going to be appreciative. Like, you don't have to be a baddie. You don't have to be all thick. I'm not looking for somebody that's all shaking their tail off for IG. I'm looking for somebody that's genuinely about that life. You know, and I feel like, you know, for me, I feel like that I'm ready to just take another shot at it, man. I'm thinking about just really, you know, I prayed about it. I'm really honestly wanting to give it another chance. You know, because me saying I would never get married again was really no different than me saying I wouldn't have got married the first time. And I was even shocked. You know, I just really feel like I'm a really good man. I feel like I go hard for the ones I love the most. You know, and I feel like right now, I'm allowing myself to just go to waste. Because do you know, after today is over with, today goes to the cemetery and it rests forever. Today will not come back tomorrow. When today goes, it rests at the cemetery and it's there forever. January 28th, 2024. This is the last day for January 28th, 2024. This date will never be back again. And you know, I take what I do serious. When I love a woman, I love hard. I mean, I'm so genuine. I am so genuine of a man. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a player. I don't have multiple women. I don't have to hide my phone. I don't have to turn my phone on silent. I don't indulge in text-free apps, phone numbers. I don't have fake phone numbers. I consider myself a very, very, very genuine, good, honest man. And it's so hard to find somebody out there like that. You know, and that's what scares me so much. But it's like, I feel like I'm just ready to just like, give it another shot, man. Because like I said, after today is gone, it's gone. There ain't no coming back. I think like for the most part, me doing a couple counseling sessions, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was like five of them. This stuff is not cheap either, but it was well worth it. I felt like during those counseling sessions, again, I learned a lot about myself. Me not wanting to get married again or not trusting again, I didn't realize I was just in denial the whole time. I was really fighting against what I really wanted to. I really fought against never getting married again because I knew in my heart that I wanted to get married again. When I want something so bad, sometimes I fight it. I deny it because I don't want to face the reality that it's really what I want. And it's like I said earlier, man, it's just like time is going by. Next year is not promised to nobody. I'm not promised to be here next month. I'm not promised to be here next year. And for all I know, guys, I'm not even promised to be here tomorrow. You know, we disappearing just like that out here. Like, we just disappearing. Like, literally. Every time I wake up, I get a call, or I go on Facebook and see somebody at home where I'm from that's passed away or was killed, passed on, and they sleep. It's like you just never know it's gonna come to an end. I just wanna like spend my days with that special someone. You know? I know more now today, January 28th, 2024. I know more now today that I want to get married more than I knew on the 28th of December, 30 days ago. I'm more confident now that I'm ready to tie the knot and settle down. Am I still a little bit scared? Yeah, I am. Because none of us want to fail that life. None of us get married to get divorced. It's two things I don't believe in, guys. And I think a lot of you guys who's been rocking with me for all these years, you guys has been rocking with Damian Cryer. My channel name was Damian Cryer. Before that, it was Damian Dame, then Damian Cryer. Then it turned into the Cryer family in 2019. Y'all been rocking with me for all these years. Y'all know two things about me that I do not believe in. I do not believe in divorce, and I do not believe in abortion. And that's funny coming from somebody who is divorced. But those are two things that I do not believe in, you know? And I just don't want to get married again for it to end. You know, I feel like I'm at a time now, and I'm in a space now where I'm right with God, you know, because I pray about a lot of stuff before I do it now. I don't just say I'm praying. I actually pray about stuff. Any decisions that I make, I'm actually praying about it before it happens. I pray about stuff now that won't happen until months later, because God don't answer your prayers right then and there. But I've witnessed that he's always on time. And that's not a lie. He don't answer your prayers right then and there, as much as we want him to. But he's always on time. And I feel like these sessions that I went through has made me a better person. It's made me a better man. It's made me think different. I respect my boundaries. I respect my boundaries now. I respect other people's boundaries. Somebody say, don't never bother me again. I have to respect that. No matter how much it stings, I have to respect it. You know, I just feel like, you know, at this time in my life, it's time. It's time to take off the shorts and put on my big boy drawers and take a leap of faith and see what God has in store for me. So I got myself right with God, even though I don't follow the whole entire movement, going to church every single Sunday. I got myself right with God. I asked for all of my sins to be forgiven, and I believe that he's forgiven me for all of my sins. I did the counseling. I got things off my chest. I found out things about me that I didn't even know about myself. I get up every day. I work really hard. I've been working even harder every day since this counseling stuff, and it only gets better. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for a good, genuine, solid chance to start over again, you know? And so again, guys, I don't know what the future holds for me, But I've been praying a lot about a lot of stuff lately. And so far, I've been seeing a lot of really good signs. There's just so much that I want to say to you guys. There's so much that I want to share with you guys. It really is. I mean, there is so much. And in due time, I promise you guys that things will come out. You know, it's just like a lot of stuff. You guys see me joking around, playing around. I act silly in my intros, and you know, I put funny posts up of me singing and dancing and stuff like that. But I have a serious side to me, and this is right now, like the emotions that I feel running through my body right now is real. It's not for YouTube. It's not for entertainment. The emotions that I'm feeling running through my body right now is real, because I feel like that I'm really ready to really get married. I feel it in my heart, man. I'm ready to see what it's like to wear that wedding band on my left hand forefinger again. I'm ready to see what it's like to say, my wife will be here shortly, or my wife will be home shortly, cuddling up at nighttime, watching movies with our feet kicked up, tucking the kids in the bed, you know, all that stuff. I feel like I'm ready to take a chance and step out there now to see what the new Damien has in store for him. And I say new Damien, not because I've changed. I say new Damien because I've changed the way that I think. And the way that you think makes you the better person that you are today. And that's the reason why I decided to do something different this time with the counseling. I was always against it. Anybody ever told me you need counseling, I would have told them, get the hell out my face. But I realized that something like this that I should have did years ago when my son died, when I went through my divorce, because I tried to do it on my own instead of doing it the godly way. I didn't want to seek help from nobody. I just wanted to be left alone. And I found out during the course of my sessions that my way never worked. It never worked. I got the same results every time. And, you know, my biggest regret is that I didn't make the decisions and make the moves a long time ago instead of waiting until this year to do it. Actually, I started doing it in December is when I started doing the sessions. If you guys go back and look at the shirt and tie stuff, that was last month. And, you know, so that's one of the biggest regrets I have, is that I waited so long to make the decision to make those moves. Because if I would have made those moves years ago, a lot of stuff that's happened would have never happened. A lot of the bad stuff that's taken place would have never taken place, because I would have been able to identify my triggers. That's the word that they use, your triggers, finding your triggers. I would have knew my triggers. The only thing I knew about my triggers is if you piss me off, I'm gonna snap on you. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you 10 times harder. But I know more now than I knew then, and I'm really grateful. But I just want to share that with you guys, man. It's time. It's time to, you know, consider the marriage again one day. So, you know, some of my Q&As, people ask me, do you have a girlfriend yet? Are you dating? Are you seeing anybody? The answer to that question is I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm not looking for a date. I'm actually looking for my wife. I want to say thank you for watching this video, man. I love all of you guys. Sorry I didn't get a chance to eat. I probably finished food off camera, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I love all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for the continued support on the Crier family, man. We're trying to come into 2024 strong and stay strong. Drop those comments in the comment section down below, guys, if you haven't already. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.